Alright, guys. Welcome to Humblewood. Okay, so Meadowfen has been quiet for as long as anyone can remember, and life there goes by slowly. Recently, Meadowfen has fallen on hard times. Seasonal rainfalls haven't arrived, leaving the fields barren. To make matters worse, trade wagons sent to provide relief have gone missing, fueling rumors of bandits prowling the roadways. Fire-based creatures are venturing closer to the village than ever before, and a week ago, an ominous plume of black smoke to the north blocked out the sun. A few brave villagers ventured out to investigate, but they haven't returned. The source of the smoke remains unknown, and it has since dissipated. It is a dewy morning in the quiet village of Meadowfen. Everyone is waking up and going about the business as they usually do, stopping to ponder upon the fate of these villagers that still haven't been seen for a few days. Emerging from the front of his home is the local preacher, a Gallus by the name of Gregory Lightfeather. Brayden, would you like to describe your character for us?
Gregory Lightfeather is an older gentleman. He's a devout preacher of Ardea. He's fought in the wars of Winnow Reach. Question mark. And doesn't like what's happening with these fire creatures, fires to the north.
He is a pheasant. Who just likes to go around and preach the good word of Ardea.
Nice. And as a retired paladin, he doesn't walk around in armor anymore. He just kind of gets around in
normally just gets around in his normal little preaching clothes.
Cool.
A little pin of Ardea on his chest.
Cool. You gingerly sort of stretches out his feathery arms, just pondering on what to do with the day when you are approached by one of the local Loridae larrikins, a rabbit folk by the name of Leaf. Ben, would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah, so Leaf is fairly tall for a Loridae. He stands about a hedge taller than all the others. But he's a eager young Loridae hoping to join the Perch Guard one day, an institution that's only allowed for bird folk to join, but he's determined to prove them wrong otherwise. And what he lacks in talent, he makes up for in enthusiasm.
Cool. So, as you see Leaf approaching you, Gregory, you are anticipating it's going to be another one of his pleas for stories or training from your past experiences with the Perch Guard.
Young fellow.
Yeah. So, Gallus, Gregory, what I'm thinking, if you can go back and remember,
yes.
is there any times you've gone right? Like, imagine you're at the like one of your old stories. You've fought the fire creatures before, haven't you? Surely. Yeah. Tell like if you got your if you were then now, what would you do with the smoke?
It's a lot of questions, all in such short time. Calm yourself, Leaf. Ponder on the teachings of Ardea for a moment. We'll come to the answer together.
Greggy,
Counting to three and breathing.
You spot an exit from the conversation as you see the local cook from the local tavern, the Happy Hedge, and he is a hedge passing by, a hedgehog folk by the name of Cashmere, carrying some fresh produce on his way back to the kitchen, no doubt getting ready for the day's service. Would you could
Cashmere, dear fellow.
I'll describe myself before I.
Yep.
Kashmir is a hedge person, a little hedgehog. He's quite short for a hedgehog who normally is short. He just stands over above 3 feet. He's a little bit portly. He's quite young, at about 20 years old, and he works at the local tavern, the Happy Hedge. He's just recently discovered his sorcery powers, and he found out that he can use his druidcraft and prestidigitation to enhance the flavor of his food. So he grows the freshest crops and the freshest herbs and stuff.
And he's Leaf's best friend.
He's Leaf's best friend, because Leaf can't cook at all.
Nope, don't
So-
got the patience for it. It's
so
boring. Can we just eat
Kashmir-
it? We can just eat it raw.
Yeah, but it tastes so much better.
But it's so much quicker.
So Kashmir spends his time exploring the nearby woods and forests, and generally likes being alone, with his baggy clothes to accommodate his thick, spiny, hard quills behind his back.
So, Gregory, you instantly regret flagging Kashmir down now that him and Leaf have engaged in their friendly banter out the front of your house, and you're looking for another exit to the conversation, and you notice Basil, a Gerbine who's been lurking at the tavern in recent weeks, who you've semi-gotten to know in conversations over a drink with him. You could possibly flag him down.
Yes, I'm gonna run over to Basil, please.
Yes, Adam, would you like to describe Basil?
Basil is a gerbine, which traditionally I think they're meant to be gerbil kind of like creatures, but Basil is more in line with a field mouse. Quite timid, small for the average stature of a gerbine. He's recently turned up on town for the past couple of weeks, hoping to find somewhere to call home. And as you run up to him, he quite nervously just puts his hand on his hilt and looks at you and says, "Where are you coming from? What's wrong?"
Oh no, nothing's wrong. I was just these young fellows over there, always going on about their food and their adventures. Looking for some sanity around here.
Yeah, I can understand that. Trying to find something to do, somewhere to be.
Yes, of course.
The conversation is broken by some sudden commotion on the other side of the village square. You hear some distressed murmuring, maybe a cry of pain, and you see several villagers gathering around the well.
I'm gonna go investigate.
All right.
Yep. Let's go.
So
Let's
you
see
briskly
what the question is.
You briskly push past Kashmir and Leaf, grateful finally something big enough that you can just sort of exit, and you walk over and you see that a few people have gathered around. Someone you instantly recognize as Kara Stormsinger, a Strig, an owl folk. She was one of the villagers who left a few days to investigate the plume of smoke coming from the north. She's sort of doubled over, leaning on the well. Her tawny coloured feathers and her cloth traveling clothes are red with blood. And she seems to be holding some sort of wound up to her chest and breathing heavily.
Oh, Kara, someone help this lady.
Can I I don't know, see if she's okay or?
Yeah, yep. So you part the crowd and sort of move away. You sort of hold a certain level of respect with the villagers here, and they sort of move out of the way for you. And she sees you coming, and she's like, "Yeah, quick, Father, we have to see the village elder immediately."
Let's go.
Right.
Can I lay on hands?
Yeah. Sure. You move to place hands on you. She recognizes that you're about to attempt to heal, and she's like, "No, not yet. Quick, we cannot delay. Get me to Ardwin."
Let's go. To Ardwin.
So you move to Ardwin's house, which is
Make way for the paladin.
which is on the other side of the village square there. Ardwin's sort of limping down off his front porch to greet you there. And I have a handout for this. There you go. So Ardwin is a venerable and elderly Gallus who's lived in the village for as long as I can remember, and sort of limps down, and he's like, "Well, Kara, you quick, bring her inside."
Yeah, let's get her inside. And...
He leads you up his porch and inside the house. Several villagers sort of attempt to follow through, and he's like, No, Give it some space, everyone. He sort of turns and looks down at obviously like Leaf. You're eagerly like moving with Gregory. He lets you inside and he's like, Kashmir, new guy,
Yes.
Basil, is it?
Yes.
Yes, go on. You can come in too.
Oh, okay. And he steps over the threshold and comes inside, just like looking behind him at the rest of the crowd.
They sort of take her in the house, and he's got like this nice feather-filled lounge, and they place Kara on it, and he's like, he grabs some water from it and like holds it up for her. He's like, drink, Kara. And she like gratefully like drinks it down with a little bit of a cough. You can see that several of her feathers even look singed as well. He's like, all right, Kara, I know it looks like you've been through a lot, but you've got to tell us what happened. What's happening up there to the north? She takes a few
Is it
deep
glorious?
breaths. She Ardwin sort of shoots you like a disapproving glare, and Kara speaks up. Like, Ash Barrow, the whole place, it's been burned to the ground. The Scorch Grove, it looks like it's getting bigger. And the road on the way back's filled with bandits. I'm the only one that made it through. I can't say what happened, what's happening to everybody else from the party now. They got taken by the bandits. I only narrowly escaped. One of them wounded me.
Bandits, you say?
Adwin turns to you. He's like, oh yeah. Gregory, can you heal her?
Of course I can heal her.
Wait.
And I guess lay on hands, right?
Yep. So he can heal her
Let's
for
do
up to 5 damage, I think. And
Okay, fine.
you place hand on her, and the wound seems to heal up a little bit, and she her breathing sort of eases a bit.
Rest.
She's
right.
yeah. Adwin's just sort of like pushes her back onto the place. Like, rest now, Kara. He sort of walks back to the front door, goes outside. Several of the villagers are still standing around. He's like, all right, everybody, nothing further to see here. Go about your business. Everyone sort of like reluctantly walks away. He beckons the 4 of you to join him on the porch.
I move forwards. Basil moves forwards.
He pulls out a pipe and sort of lights up and breathes deeply and exhales a plume of smoke. Like, all right, this needs to be reported to the council in Aldahart. If the roads are as dangerous as Kara says they are, we're gonna have to send someone capable. Preacher, Gregory, I know your fighting days are done, but I know you can still hold your own. Will you do this? Will you head to Aldahart?
You're goddamn right, I will.
Of course, Leaf.
Leaf, you can come as well, I guess.
Of course, we want you to go with him, Leaf. And Basil, you look like you've been scrambling for some purpose in this town. How would you like to do some work for the town and earn your place here among us?
Basil looks around the group. He's clearly got something on his mind. He jumps up and says, "Yeah, I'd be more than happy to help out the this village."
All right, would be forever grateful, Basil. And I assume little Kashmir, Leaf can't take a short walk up the road without you in tow. Will you be joining?
Oh no, I don't think I will, Ardwin. I've never been that far out of the village before.
Come on,
That's not so
Kashmir. We're gonna be
bad.
the first humble folk to join the Purge Guard.
Leaf, I can't. I mean,
We can do it. Come on. You gotta cook for us at least. Come on. I'm
well,
hungry.
maybe, but my sorcery skills are only just coming into prowess now. I don't think I'll be any good on the road.
But what better way to practice than in the real world? You want to shoot a target all day, or do you want to actually shoot someone in the face?
Oh, Leaf.
Oh, Leaf.
Well, I
Slow
don't want to
your
shoot
roll
anyone
there.
at all, but well, I mean,
Come on, don't be silly. You're gonna love it. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay, if I must go, I'll come along.
As long as you cook those delicious pastries that you always have in the bar there.
Well, I have a few right now on me, if you'd like.
Absolutely, actually, yes.
I'll pull out a little strawberry pasty from my cloak
Yeah.
and hand it to.
Is it delicious?
Is it delicious?
Roll
let's-
to find out.
It,
It's
look, not my best work.
It's average.
It was okay. It was like,
You've had worse. You've had better.
the strawberries were nice, but the dough was a bit old.
It's alright.
so-
Yeah, the flour's been a bit, flumpy lately because of the, the barren fields and whatnot, and the grain's
Yeah.
not coming in as well. Alright, you guys sort of gather your things, and it's early morning now, so your pack's ready to go, and you're ready to venture out into the road within the hour. Ardwin gathers along with several of the townsfolk, and they sort of wave you off as you guys walk up the road. Gregory, do you sort of change into your old sort of perch guard outfit before leaving?
yeah. I'm gonna limber up.
What sort of armor do you have at the moment?
I think I had mail. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, chainmail. Yeah. So yeah. You sort of walk back to your house, walk inside the pack, and re-emerge in your chainmail and perch guard helmet for the first time in years. A little bit of a tighter
stretching the
fit
wing.
than you recall.
Yeah, it's definitely not the most comfortable thing in the world, but sure.
And you guys set off. So as you can see on the map, the road from Meadowfen to Alderheart sort of goes to the east. You pass through the town of Winnowing Reach on the way. So the first hour or so of the journey passes without incident, and you come around. And it's forest the entire way, but the forest out here on the outskirts of the Humblewood aren't as thick and ancient and as towering as the forests around the inner parts of Alderheart and whatnot.
Would you say these roads are like well treaded and quite
Oh,
safe?
oh
usually?
yeah. Well, they're usually considered safe, but as Kara reported earlier, there seems to be a higher concentration of bandits than usual.
Did
And,
she say she came straight from Ashbarrow?
So they ventured up to Ashbarrow. Yeah, that's where the plume of smoke was coming from. And then they
Yeah, but
came
she
back.
they didn't alter their route at all.
No.
They just came straight. Well,
No,
she
no,
came
well,
straight.
yeah, she ventured south and then onto the road so she could go east back to Meadowfen.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
Oh shit, Leaf!
Bray,
Yeah.
we can.
I forgot.
sorry.
I forgot my pot.
Your pot? What pot?
I forgot to bring one of my pots. I've
But
only
you
got
have a pot. That's a pot on your bag there.
Yes, I've only got one. Yes, I need.
But
Where's my
you-
second pot?
Damn you.
I've had one. Yeah.
You don't need another pot. One pot will do. You can make
No,
a
no,
pot
no.
stew.
Oh, this is my savory pot. What if I need my sweet pot? Oh, Leaf, this is
You
disaster.
can
We
just
must
clean
turn
it
back.
out.
We must
No,
turn
come
back.
on. I just grab him by the collar and just start
Oh.
dragging. Come on, it's gonna be great. Adventure bound.
So while everyone's sort of like paying attention to the, like this ruckus that you guys are making at the back of the crew, and you sort of blindly walk around this corner, and as you guys turn around to sort of concentrate on the road ahead, you notice a short distance up the road ahead, you can see what appears to be a handcart piled high with crates and barrels, and you can see 3 cloaked figures making violent gestures towards another figure that seems to be cowering on the ground, with a 4th cloaked figure standing behind them, just sort of casually against a tree.
Do you think they have a pot?
I mean,
What
they might
sort
be,
of
they
stuff?
might have one for sale. They look like traders. They look like
Let's
they're having an argument though.
We'll pipe up at this point and say, shh.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
I do not think this is something that... Hold up a second. And he's going to move up ahead just to see if he can hear voices of these people talking.
Yeah. So
Right,
are you just moving up the path in plain sight?
Well, no, I'd like to try and sneak through the forest if that's possible, if there's enough brushwork.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty. You can make a stealth check.
I see him start to move silently, and I'm immediately going to copy him.
Oh, Leaf, maybe just let him go on ahead. By
I am
himself
not
for
paying
now.
attention.
Alright. What do we got? Alright, let me just roll a perception check here. Alright, so Basil, you move, pardon my blatant pun, but you're quiet as a mouse as you move through the forest up to these guys, and all of a sudden you don't realize Leaf is behind you, and you just hear this enormous snapping noise as he places one of his great long rabbit feet down onto a like big branch, and it just loudly snaps, giving your position away. The three bandits that seem to be kicking the crap out of someone all of a sudden stop, and their heads sort of like pointing over to your direction. They see you two skulking through the brush, and they just sort of look further down the road and like sort of crane their necks a bit and spot Gregory and Kashmir back down the road, sort of trying to be just inconspicuous. And one of them pipes up and he's like,
Hey, nothing to see here. You better just go on your merry way if you know what's good for you.
Looking for a pot.
you sort of yell that from back down the road, and he's like,
No pots here.
and
Okay.
from where you are now, Basil and Leaf, you see the pointed telltale snouts of Mapak, the raccoon people, sticking out from underneath the three bandits' cloaks. And you notice that the fourth bandit, who seems to be just casually leaning against a tree behind him, seems to be a very intimidating looking Vulpin who just seems to be observing the situation.
Right. Okay.
I turn to Leaf. And I say, it's like, is this the only route into town, in towards Elderheart?
As far as I'm aware, yeah. Unless you want to go through the forest.
It is, yes. You notice that one of the three Mapak bandits just seems to be paying no mind to the situation. They're still just rummaging through this cart, like throwing crates over their shoulder, opening things, and while the other two are sort of like standing over this figure on the ground still, but just like hands on their hips, just like, posturing themselves towards you guys.
So is there 4 or 5 of them?
There is 3 of them, 3 Mapaks,
Okay.
and the one Vulpin.
Gotcha. So,
Yeah.
okay,
But
4
they-
total.
They're not actively attacking this person anymore.
They stopped because they're talking to you guys, but they were just laying into her, just kicking her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
right.
not currently.
Not currently, no.
So,
Yeah.
I thought they were just threatening. They were actually kicking and stuff. So it's
You hear a whimper actually come from the figure on the ground there. You just hear this. You can't make out her features. She's got a cloak on as well, but she's just this dirty, bloody mess on the ground. You just hear this, "Help me!" And one of them turns around and goes, "Oh, shut up!" And like lays another boot into her. He's like, "Ah!"
Oh,
Oi, get off her!
Yeah,
Gregory, I think you should help her.
That greatsword comes out. It's what's it called? It's blind abandon. Glory! Just,
Oh my god, Leaf.
Alright, sweet. Well, everybody, oh, hang on, I'm gonna change the scene here. Cue the battle music, and everybody roll for initiative. So, Kashmir, you're gonna be up first. So, as soon as Leaf draws his greatsword and sort of postures himself, the two all 3 of the Mapak bandits, all draw their short swords and, like, begin to advance.
On Leaf?
On, yeah, the closest people. So, Leaf and Basil, yeah. So, but Kashmir, you've got the initiative.
Oh, Leaf, you fool! Don't go on alone. And
Nope,
I'll rush
Glory.
forward. I've only got 25 movement. Yeah, that's right.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I'll put my hands up in a gun style and say, "Freeze!" and then I'll cast Frostbite on one of them. On the
Cool.
closest.
Is that
Wow,
a roll to hit, or is it's a save?
It's a DC 13 con save. Yep.
Okay, 10-4. He rolled a 13. Does it negate it?
It does. Just
Okay.
too wide.
All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, he just sort of sees it coming, and you know, just never actually targeted a person with this before, so you're just kind of hesitant, and he just sort of manages to dodge it. Leaf, you're
Usually
up.
that works on trees.
Go for the eyes, Kashmir! Go for the eyes! Ah! And I charge in, just beelines
Alright.
for the first guy.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
Attacking with the greatsword.
Yeah, swinging with my sword. Just have at the fiend. Where
Alright.
is actions and attack. 14.
14 to hit. That is a hit, and you inflict 4 slashing damage. So you were going for the big cleave, but you just slung a little bit too wildly, and he had time to sort of sidestep it a bit, but the tips just sort of nicks him and opens up his armor and a little bit of a flesh wound.
Excellent.
Alright. The Mapak Bandit over here steps forward, takes a thrust with his own short sword back at Leaf. He's like,
These greenhorns never swung a sword before.
he hits you. You take 7 damage.
Ouch.
Shit.
Basil, you're up.
Seeing that Leaf's not doing the best at the moment, he's going to run on in next to him, move up his 30 feet
Yep.
up to here, and he's going to do an attack on the guy just south of him with
Okay.
sneak damage.
It will sneak attack. He's threatened by Leaf.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
6
not
to
gonna
hit.
though.
He sees you coming, and he just like
That's a 1.
sidesteps it. And it's the deeper voice map. He's like, oh, these guys are easy picking.
This makes me inconsolably angry that that's their voice.
It's my favorite thing ever.
The other one's like,
Yeah, have a taste of this blade.
swings his thrusts his short sword at you. A 7 to hit, Leaf. You sidestep it. Gregory Lightfeather, it is your turn.
Of course it is. Alright, so do I just move 1, 2, 4?
You can hold right click as you're going, Bray, to draw a path.
No. Okay.
Or rather, just use right click, don't hold it.
Right click scrolling the screen for me.
If you hold left click and then click right click, you can like
Yeah, no, I know, but right click is scrolling the actual screen.
don't hold it, just click. It doesn't matter. Just move 30 feet.
4, 5.
There's also a ruler on the left side you can use to measure.
Go there. And I would like to throw my Yaklwa. Or how do you pronounce it, Josh?
I have no idea. That was the first time I've ever seen that weapon when you asked for it today. I thought you made a typo, and I was like, what? You want what?
Yaklwa.
What is it?
Yeah,
Just
just
Yaklwa.
just
I'm
throw
looking
it,
this thing
throw
up.
it in the chat, and everyone can interpret that. Interpret it for themselves.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yukwa.
Did you just
Yukwa.
like face?
It's like
Okay,
it's like a spear, but the blade is a good like foot long.
Oh,
On a 3 foot
it's
long
like
handle.
An arrowhead. It's a spear with like almost an arrowhead at the tip.
You
Yeah,
call
pretty
one.
much.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
you
short-
call one.
It's not
a short
really.
half-ton spear though.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
not
it.
really a spear. It's like a pole arm that's like the length of a sword.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
is this like the Zulu spear?
yeah, kinda, yeah.
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 Very
Yeah.
similar, I guess.
But throw that up there, Bray. Make
Yeah.
the attack.
I would like to throw that against.
It's an Ikla.
Ah. Oh, that is a big hit. Which one were you targeting?
It was the one closest to me.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, just Gregory Lightfeather shows his veterancy and his clear like warfare expertise. Runs forward, full thrust with this Yukla. Just it sails through the air like that arrow that tracks the goblin in Fellowship of the Ring and goes through his forehead in Moria. It's just like, what does it look like? Bray, the
It's
kill.
just like a big old javelin throw, straight for the throat.
Yeah, it impales him in the throat, and it's just instant like torrent of blood from his jugular just spews out. He's like, it's the one with the high voice. He's like, yeah, but he falls to the ground in disbelief and expires.
Get away
Get-
from those small children.
Get good.
The the female Mapak that was up to this point still raiding the cart, and then until she notices her compadre just drop dead, and she's like, oh, she's like, holy crap! Like whips out a short bow and launches an arrow towards Gregory Lightfeather. 18 AC. You just stand there, and this arrow just like pings off your chainmail armor. You're like, ah! Her eyes sort of go wide. She's like, boss, can we get a hand here? Kashmir, pop it around.
Oh my god! 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 Kashmir is just gonna run into the forest after seeing this dude drop dead and blood start spurting out of his fucking neck. He's gonna run into the forest, and I'm gonna use my action to curl up into a ball.
Sweet.
Does that actually give you any extra defenses or anything like that?
His AC goes up.
To 19.
Cool.
Leaf, you're up.
I swing with my sword. Yeah.
Oh, a big hit and a big 9 damage. How do you want to do this?
What's it called? He's still experienced, but he's like gone for the decapitation, but he's just like cleared the front part of the neck, not all the way through. So it's just like, yeah, woo!
So, because he's a raccoon, he just looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy Pez dispenser. You cleave it over, this enormous splashback of blood all over you, and Basil just he's like, drops to the floor.
Where's your dumb voice now, cunt? Sorry.
The Vulcan captain, at this point, where the other Mapak cried for help, she kind of like stepped forward and started drawing this fancy-looking sword, and then she just sees like that one get decapitated by this enormous greatsword in her eyes. You just see this crack in her like calm demeanor, and she kind of like puts the sword back into the scabbard, and just sort of like her eyes narrow at Basil, and she's kind of like, do I know you from somewhere?
Can I roll a perception check to see if I recognize her?
You do, yeah. No perception check required. Like, you know who she is.
Okay. Basil looks instantly and recognizes her, and his eyes widen, and his like defensive positioning just kind of weakens, and he just kind of like takes like a 5-foot step back.
All right. But she stows her blade and runs backwards into the forest, and sort of vanishes amongst the trunks, the trunks and branches. This other Mapak just looks around now, just isolated on her own, just like, Basil, it's your turn.
He's staring towards this forest, looking at that Mapak down below, looking towards the forest, and decides to just take out this Mapak. He's gonna go down, and he's going to slash with his sword.
As you're like running at her, she's like, parlay. But go ahead, make the attack.
No. He's got his sword up, and she says parlay, and he stops for a second, and he kind of looks at Leaf.
All right.
I don't know what that word means. Does that mean surrender, or does that mean like fuck you? Either way, can I hit something?
Almost. Gregory, it's your turn.
Lay down your arms.
So he's gonna move to here, and just disarm the Mapak.
So she's not. Well, it's not a turn yet, so she can't voluntarily do it. But you can make an attempt to disarm her.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Would she doesn't resist, so you disarm her with her short sword.
Yeah.
It is her turn now. She uses the disengage action and then attempts to flee. Runs 30 feet this direction.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, because she disengaged. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Kashmir, it's your turn.
Kashmir is still terrified, and his spines are just going in every single direction, and he's just stuck in the ground next to a bush, quivering in fear. is like, holy fuck! I did not know that Leaf could do that.
Leaf, it's your turn.
What's it called? Sorry, you did disarm her, yeah? The other one?
She
The
is
medpack?
currently disarmed of her sword. It's if Gregory has it. She still has a short bow
Yep.
slung over her shoulder, and she's fleeing.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm gonna go up to the hooded fellow on the ground and
Okay.
get them
Cool.
to say, "Help.
Is
Do you
is
need help?"
anyone planning on pursuing, or should I just stop the combat and they can get away?
Yeah, I'm not gonna chase, but
No, I'm not going to pursue.
Alright.
I would
And
like to assist
yeah.
the fallen.
Cool.
Basil's
You-
seen everyone kind of learn their weapons. He will sheath his short sword,
Alright, cool.
kind of take a back.
Cool. Yeah, you guys watch as this Mapak just sprints off at full speed into the forest. Just, boss, wait for me! All right.
Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again.
All right. Cool. Combat over. We can cut the battle music.
Yeah.
So, Leaf, you walk straight over to this hooded figure on the ground. As you sort of like help her up to her feet, she sort of like yelps in pain a little bit and then stands up, like wobbly on her feet at first. You
don't
see
worry,
that
you're safe.
her cloak slides back. You see that she's an Alluran, a catfolk that hail from distant lands outside the Humblewood, but not uncommon to pass through as traders in these parts. She sort of like regains her composure for a sec, picks up her traveling stick from next to her and leans on it, and she's like, "I'm okay. Thank you so much."
You're most welcome.
She's like, "What's? I'm Eliza Pennygleam."
I'm Leaf. I'm the. I don't know what I am. I'm an adventurer. I'm gonna be the first humble person to join the Purge Guard.
He's like, "But Perch Guard, but you're not a bird."
No, that's right. I'm gonna be the first Loriday Purge Guard.
This guy, like, okay, that's nice. She looks around at the carnage on the ground. This semi-decapitated Mapak and this other Mapak that's just like skewered like a wild boar. And she's like, oh my, oh dear, did you guys do this? This is, ooh, I don't do blood so well. She sort of like sways on her stick for a second. She's like, ooh.
Yeah, no, don't start. Because if you start, then I'm gonna start, and that's a whole. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if you see chunks of carrot, but it's not. Oh god, here I go.
You're like, "Bleh," and she like sympathetically vomits as well. She's like, on the ground. Ooh. She like
It's okay. You're okay.
spits a little. And she's like, "Oh, well, thank you very much. I was just on the way to. I'm heading to Outerheart, but via. Ooh. Via
I mean,
the Winnowing
I don't
Reach.
remember eating carrot, but there it is.
Yeah, I'm heading to Outerheart via Winnowing Reach. Did you guys come from Meadowfen?
Yes.
Oh yes, I departed from Meadowfen this morning myself. Ooh.
I remember her going through Medafen.
You guys may have seen her passing through that morning. Yeah, she wasn't staying there overnight. She just kind of like came through the town at some point early this morning.
Right.
Pulling her
Okay.
handcart.
Cool.
It doesn't say, so she's got her handcart here. What's in her handcart?
You look at it and you see it's just stacked high with crates and barrels and pots, and herself. There's also like this enormous like traveling backpack and stuff. By the looks of it, she's some kind of merchant trader, and the fact that she's an Alluran sort of gives that away as well. She's like, "Oh, there could be more of them. They could come back. Could you please travel with me to the Winnowing Reach at least? I'll pay you as soon as we get there. I'll pay you, I swear."
No, nothing of the sort required. It would be our greatest pleasure to assist you to.
Wait, did she say she was gone?
To the Winnowing Reach. It's on the way to Alderheart.
Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is her cart and stuff all still intact?
It is, yeah. Like, some of the crates and stuff were strewn over the ground, but it looks like you guys got there in just a nick of time and nothing was actually stolen. They just sort of made a mess of it.
Basil's gonna start collecting it up and putting it in
Oh,
crates, try and wipe the blood off.
thank you.
as he can.
You're far too kind.
Basil looks up at her, almost slightly guilty look. My pleasure. I'm more than happy.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, you guys, unless there's something else you want to do, you can set off on the trail again.
Can I get a lay on hands or something to? Okay, that hurt. That really hurt.
Would we have long rested before we set off?
No, it was sort of like fresh morning. Yeah, you won't actually have your lay on hands. There was no short rest.
Yeah.
She as you're like asking Gregory for some help, Eliza notices and she's like, "Oh dear, they hurt you."
Yeah.
She pulls out a potion of healing from her cart and she's like, "Here, drink this. It'll make you feel better."
Right, down the hatch. And then no idea what it is. Don't care.
You regain 10 HP. She rolled a 6 + 4.
I'm
Nice.
gonna case the bodies. Just look them over for anything valuable or anything that kind of.
Sure, yeah. So they just had leather armor, now heavily tarnished with their lifeblood. They were armed with short swords and short bows with a few arrows still sitting there. They also, you find a coin purse on each of them with 5 gold pieces in each coin purse.
Okay, Basil will take the 5 gold coins, kind of count them out, and give 2 to Elza, and start handing out 2 to everyone else.
Nice. He's thank you, but you should keep this.
No, it's fine. Just kind of pushes her hand back to her and just turns around without trying to make eye contact.
She's sort of like taken aback a little bit, and she just sort of like gives a little nod and pockets the money.
Boy, oh boy!
2 gold
Our
pieces.
first reward.
Kashmir, hearing that the combat is over, would like to stand up and pull a towel out of his adventure pack.
Yeah.
And
Adventure rack.
His adventure rack. It's like a dish rack but for adventure. And dab the front of his pants because he definitely pissed himself.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Kashmir? The way it just came out of his neck.
Oh,
It just went up and up and up.
Leaf, I don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing.
It's fine. They were bandits. They're pieces of shit. They deserve to die. What?
Okay, well, I'm not okay. Well, you just tell me who deserves to die and who doesn't, and I'll next time I'll try to be braver.
Just aim for the eyes. That's what I did.
Okay, I'll do that.
Just remember, Leaf, not everyone deserves death.
Yeah,
You
not
must-
everyone has eyes. You're right.
That is correct. Yeah, wait, what? What?
How many arrows did each of these guys have?
They had so one was fired and it broke on Gregory's rotund chest. So there is 4 arrows in one quiver and 5 in the other.
Okay. Am I able to collect them up?
Yes, you are. You can
Because I'm
add.
assuming they're the same. Now, how do I add stuff to my inventory on then? Do I just add it like?
Manage equipment.
Yeah, manage equipment. Yeah. Should be
Sorry, how much
Yep,
gold
yep,
did I
yep,
get
yep,
given
yep,
from
yep.
the dead bandit?
2 GP.
Perfect. 2
2
GP.
GP.
I handed 2 to each.
Excellent.
The next few hours go on. It's a really nice day, despite the persistent dry aridness of the last few weeks. Still goes on today, but the sun's out. You guys are in sort of Leaf is in great spirits after his first 2
So
real
fucking
kill.
sick.
His first 2. His first real kill, and right in front of an ex-perch guard too. He's super stoked with himself.
I know. Was it like I'm so sorry I got messed up the kill. I'm so sorry. I'll do better next time. I promise.
What are you talking about, chap? It was fine. It was perfect.
It didn't go all the way through. It should have gone all the way through. It's just, it just, it's not the same as when you hit the dummies you had set up for me. It's just not the same.
As long as you're not dead, I think that's a perfectly acceptable outcome.
Nope, still alive. Unless, of course, I did die, and this is a dream. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Pinch yourself just a couple of times.
Ow! That hurt.
Yeah, of course it did.
Oh, I get it. Right, I'm alive. Okay, good. Good.
So the next few hours go on with Leaf consistently regaling you the tale of his first kill over and over. Each retelling more elaborate than the last.
There I was, 50 bandits all bearing down on me with one mighty cleave. I carved them all in two.
And you guys sort of get to know Eliza. She tells you that about her homeland, where she's from, and she's telling you that she's heading for Alderheart with the intention to, put some roots down and set up her own store there. You guys all sort of introduce yourselves to her, and most of you regale her with tales of your past and whatnot, except for Basil stays fairly quiet through the whole thing.
Basil's at least 10 paces behind everyone else. Just kind of looking at the ground, not really taking in everything going on, and just kind of nursing a silver ring that's around his finger.
Oh dear. Is Basil the Lord of the Rings?
You pass a lazy corner in the forest trail, and all of a sudden the tree line to the north thins out, and you can see clearly through it, and you can see that it gives way to what looks like recently charred badlands. The forest has been scorched beyond recognition. The ground is black and covered with ash. The trees are dead and burnt and black, and you can see what looks to be far in the distance a swarm of some sort of small animal flapping back and forth in the air. It looks like the Scorched Grove has indeed extended its boundaries.
Gregory,
Yes, chap.
do you know what those are?
Do I know what those are?
Roll a nature check.
That does not bode well.
Is it like a bird in the sky or something like that?
It has, it's some sort of a vast swarm of some sort of flying animal. But Gregory,
But a wisp of cloud.
yeah, Gregory sort of writes it off, and you guys just well, I guess it's nothing. Continue to walk.
Okay.
We can see the scorched tree line from where we are, yeah, Josh?
Yeah. So basically, the map
just
represents
north,
it.
right?
Yeah, it's there, and then
Yeah.
everywhere beyond there is just desolate.
Basil's going to take just a wander up, just look out at the burnt forest.
Okay. As you
Scanning
look up,
it. Not
uh,
really looking at for anything in particular, just kind of
okay,
observing what it now looks like.
just
I'll
in
go
the
to edge.
in the far distance, you can see several small spot fires burning. Several glowing charred embers and logs still just slightly glowing with evidence of it was one of the recent fires that were spotted from town over the last few days. But you don't really see any active life moving around.
So is it it's literally as if a fire's come through and just burnt everything to cinders and ash, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, cool. I know what that looks like in real life. Yay.
Yay.
Ugh.
This is a very relatable Australian.
We've
Campaign.
referenced the virus, and we've referenced the bushfires.
Yep.
I don't think there's much left.
All right, you guys set off again. Eventually, you pass another corner, and the northern tree line sort of thickens again, and you lose sight of the desolate wasteland coming from above. A few more uneventful hours travel later, and you arrive at the Winnowing Reach. Winnowing Reach is a relatively new settlement. It started as basically an outpost for researchers and traders that who call themselves slime wranglers. It's a midway point for people heading to the swamps to the southwest, where there's a lot of slimes, and people go there to try and capture these slimes, either dead or alive, because they make for good alchemy reagents and they have other sorts of uses. And then this outpost grew into a full settlement, including its own deployment of Perch Guard eventually. And now it's just sort of serves as a central hub for people coming and going from Alderheart to the western settlements. So you guys arrive on the edge of town, and it's you see dusk is coming now. Eliza turns to you and she's like,
well, I can't thank you enough for getting me this far. I'll tell you what, how about a bit of an advance payment for your services? She's like, hey, you can take any piece of gear from my inventory worth up to 50 gold pieces. Each of you.
50 gold?
Each of you.
I couldn't do that to you, Eliza.
She's like, please. You,
Do you have a nice pot, Eliza?
She's like, oh, I do. She's like, here.
she pulls out this very, very nice cast iron pot, and she hands it to Kashmir. And she's like,
I heard you remarking on the way that you forgot one of your pots. Here, take this.
Kashmir is licking his lips at how good this pot looks.
she's like, good. She seems to be happy to be providing you guys with payment for saving her life and then defending her. For surely if the bandits hadn't finished her off, the Emberbats would have. So
yeah. No, we are heroes. This is one step closer to becoming part of the Bird Guard, the Purge Guard.
Like, well, thank you. What else can I give you? At the very least, take some of these potions. They're not quite as potent as the ones we've been using up until now, but they'll heal your wounds.
That will be useful.
I would like to do that.
all right, she hands over 3 healing potions, stock standard ones, so 2d4 plus 2 HP. Now you can chuck them in your inventories.
Should we give them to Gregory, seeing as he's the paladin?
We should probably split them.
Or do you think we should get one each and Gregory who would need them?
I'm
Gregory
probably going to
Basil.
be in. I have no armor. I'm just a barbarian.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was gonna
definitely
say you probably don't need one.
I mean, that is-
You'll be in the middle of the fight. A lot,
True.
right? Like,
It depends how we want to see the healing potions. Do we just want to have one person as a designated healer? Is give them all the healing abilities, but if they go down, obviously that means we can't do much.
Well, if we each have one, and then the rest go to the paladin, because that way he's the backup store, and that way we each have we can save ourselves come a nasty situation. But if we need to rescue other people, it's Gregory that's going to be doing the footwork sort of thing.
Yeah. How do we feel about that?
How many can we get at? How much is a healing potion worth? Just one?
They're
mean,
worth
these-
50 gold pieces, so she's giving you 3.
Yeah.
So 1 for each of you, except for Kashmir, who took a pot.
Can't be silly.
No, it's a nice pot.
Perfectly understandable.
Okay.
All right,
I-
so
thank her.
Eliza remarks that she'll be setting up a cart for a couple hours in the center of town to do some trade. She'll be staying at the local inn and then departing for Alderheart tomorrow. So she says she'll catch up with you at the inn later on.
I presume on the map her cart is the number 4 cart.
That is correct.
See, I tried to do the smart thing and realized, ooh, that's scripture. That's somewhere in the campaign setting, and it just says Eliza. And I then looked at it again. I'm like, that just spells Eliza.
It's just
I was like, damn it! I was gonna be like, yeah.
All right, so you guys wander into town now. You take in your surroundings. So you notice what catches your gaze first. It's on the western side of town, just as you enter, the number 1 is it's a large storage area and granary, and it's still quite busy for the time of day. You see a lot of traders and laborers coming and going, and you see some of these slime wranglers, and you see basically barrels, and they're like placing them on this crane that lifts them up into the granary area, and just see on the rims of these barrels and sort of strewn down the side this green slime. So you assume these are the slime wranglers that you know of. You move a bit further into town. You spot a grand perch on the other side of town, sort of towering above everything else, with a very, very nice sort of perch built into it. And you assume it's some sort of place of authority. And you see a jailhouse connected to it as well. You see there's an apothecary, a bookbindery, and then you spot the local inn, the Wrangler's Rest.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Um,
Nothing like this in Meadowwood.
I presume
do
we'll
we know
plan-
what the slime is?
Yeah, how does one wrangle it?
So the slimes are roll. Well, no, you know this. It's local information. So their slimes are like living ooze entities that inhabit the swamps and the caverns below the swamps.
Okay.
How they are wrangled is secret of the trade, I
Trade
guess.
secret.
Yeah.
Right.
What do they use it for?
So slime serves as alchemical reagents and other purposes,
okay.
research and such.
Nice.
I'm just gonna follow Leaf. Wherever Leaf goes, I'll follow him.
Yeah, boy.
Um,
Adventure!
Perhaps we should talk to the local constabulary about policing these roads a bit better.
Constabulary?
Or the perch guard, sorry.
Perch guard? Yes, Perch guard.
We
Yes.
should go talk
We
to
need to put our,
them.
we need to put Kashmir and I need to put our applications in.
What?
no,
Leaf?
nothing
No,
like
no,
that.
no. Leaf, you said you were going to be the perch guard, and no, I'm not.
No, we together at last. Like we gotta. It's,
No,
it's,
no,
it's you and me.
I will watch you from afar and cheer you on.
Nonsense. This has been your childhood dream since you were a child. Come on, we're doing this.
Well,
I just
that's
grab him by the scruff of the neck again, and just
Okay.
like, oh, we're doing this. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Here
With
we
beeline
go.
for
I'm
the
gonna make a line for the perch as well.
for Perch guard.
Okay. So you make your way to, as you come up, you see there's a sign in the Humblewood chicken scratch language on it, and it says that it's the magistrate's office. As you approach, you see that there's two birdfolk militia. So they're not perch guard; they're just sort of the local militia. Two intimidating looking strigs in leather armor, holding spears, sort of guarding the door, and it's like, "Hey, hold up there! No one gets in without an appointment."
Hello,
Well,
sir. And I
I'd like to
snap
make
to
an
attention and
appointment
give
then,
it a
if that's-
salute.
He's like, "Right, well, you'll have to see the magistrate to make an appointment."
I'd
we're
like to
here
make an
to-
appointment with the magistrate.
He's like, "Look, no one enters without an appointment."
Yes, I would like to make one, sir. Can you arrange that for me?
He's like, they look at each other like, "No."
Well, how
Wait,
does
hold
one-
on.
How
If
does one
you
get an
can't get in
appointment
without
with
an
the magistrate?
He's like,
Exactly what my friend Leaf here is saying. He's like, how can you get an appointment if you cannot see the magistrate? To get the appointment to see the magistrate.
No, I'm saying if you need an appointment, then how did that guy get in? I like point behind the guards.
And they roll a bluff check. What's it? Deception check. Sorry, 5e.
Deception.
Deception check.
No bonus, just the dice roll. Come on, roll.
They just it's not the fact that you did a really bad bluff. It's just they're too thick to understand the deception that you're trying to include. They just like stare at you. They're like, "Be gone."
All right, I'll come back tomorrow.
You hear this? You hear this? Heavy footsteps from behind them, and the door sort of swings open, and this very, very sort of pompous-looking Corvum dressed in velvet finery sort of emerges, and he's like, "What's that? What's the meaning of all this? What's all the noise out here?" kind of looks at
Greetings, sir. We're here to join the Perch Guard.
he kind of looks at you, like cocks his head a little bit. And he's like, "Oh, adventurers! Warriors, come in! Come in!" He like beckons you. He's like, "Come in! Get out of the way, you numbskulls!" Like pushes the guards out of the way. He's like, "Come on in!
As I walk by the militiamen, I just give him the biggest shit-eatingest grin. It's like, "Hey, boy!"
As Basil walks past, he just kind of hides his head.
They just kind of like they just follow. The gaze follows you as he goes past. He's like, "Why did you just say you had an appointment?"
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Anyway, Corvum leads you sort of. He doesn't take you even all the way to his office. He just sort of stops in this very nice foyer. It's sort of set up. There's a very, very decadent furniture and stuff set out. Turns around, you get a better look at him, and he's a kindled Corvum, so he's a raven folk.
Yeah.
Very, very light feathers. And he has like a monocle over his right eye. And he's wearing a very, very fine purple velvet coat over a white sort of puffy shirt with dark breeches underneath. He's like, "Look,
Very fancy. Very
listen,
fancy crow.
listen here. I need your help. One of the researchers, a very, very, my niece, she took off into the Mockton Caverns on her own to try and get on one of her ridiculous research expeditions to get a sample of the slimes, and she hasn't returned, and I need someone capable to go out and find her."
Where did she go?
To the Mockton Caverns in the swamps in the southwest. Not that far.
Let's
What kind
go,
of research is she
boys!
doing?
Yeah, adventure!
Leaf, mustn't be so hasty. But,
It's
sir,
literally
you
out of a
know the
storybook.
stage.
It's literally out of a storybook. There's a damsel in distress, and we're the heroes to go arrest evil. Let's do this!
Leaf, you must. I mean, it sounds very dangerous. Going into this cavern, and this stuff. Are you sure it's a good
If
idea?
it wasn't dangerous, he would have gone, weren't you, buddy?
Oh.
Looking at the very fancy Corvus man.
He's like, "Oh, yeah, well, it's far too dangerous. Certain death and whatnot. That's why I'm not going myself."
Certain
Dark.
death. Did you hear him? Certain death. Certain. He
Certain
said.
death. I know. That's so certain. It mustn't be true. We can totally do this.
What? He said certain. That means if we go, we'll definitely die.
Yeah, but death is always certain. We didn't die today, though. We nearly did,
Oh.
but we didn't.
Oh, I almost died.
One of us
Yeah,
did.
so did I, but we didn't. That's the thing. Come on, let's do this.
Oh boy.
I just
Oh,
have to
whoa.
pull the
He's like,
the
"Brilliant."
Corvum aside.
Brilliant. Oh, yeah, yes, my gallant friend. He spots your holy symbol of idea. He's like, "Oh, I'm a man of the cloth, I see."
There's blessings upon you, sir. I would just like to inquire about your militia and if they're doing patrolling of the main roads.
He's like, "Oh, I'm afraid not. We barely have enough militia to patrol the town. I can't afford to send them out to patrol the roads."
It's very, very treacherous. We were attacked not once but twice on our road here.
Well,
from the west.
I'm sorry to hear that. Then you came from Meadowfen.
That, of course, I'm a long-time resident of Meadowfen.
Oh, tell me what brings you here to the Winnowing Reach?
Well, we just headed to
What's the place called?
Alderheart.
No, the,
Alderheart. That's where you headed.
Alderheart,
Yeah.
headed to Alderheart to get a grip on all these fires and whatnot.
He's like, I see. Wait, you tell me you intend to speak to the council?
Yes, that's true.
Oh, well, perhaps we can help each other then. If you do this task for me, go out and find my fool of a niece, I can give you a...
You can instate us into the bird guard. Yes, let's do this.
Oh, hold up there, my long-haired friend. No, I couldn't possibly, but I could definitely I could definitely scribe for
Write
you
a letter of recommendation.
a letter of introduction, rather, so you can get in to see the council. Not just anyone can just stroll into Alderheart to demand to see the council. You need a reference. I can give this to you.
That would be most appreciated.
Oh,
Sounds like a lot of unnecessary steps, but okay.
Oh, capital. Well, it's going to be far too dangerous to head in there. Head to the swamps tonight. You'll certainly die before reaching the caverns, even. But tell you what, I'll have a word. I'll have a word to the innkeeper, and you could stay the night on the magistrate at the inn, and set off first thing in the morning. How about that?
Capital, absolutely capital.
Oh, capital! Very good, very good. It's like, well, my foolish niece, her name is... Oh, how rude of me. My name is Walden Crane. He hands out his taloned hand.
Grasp it.
He's like, well...
Gregory Lightfeather.
I don't... You know, sir, I've heard of you. You're the preacher from Meadowfen.
That, of course, yes. That's me. One and the same.
I've heard good things about your sermons.
Oh, the most capital sermons, riveting.
No, yes.
Full of teachings about Ardea and...
Of course, praise Ardea, of course. And praise Ardea for bringing you here just in the nick of time. Hopefully, my niece says, I only, the only reason I don't ask that you go tonight is that she's already been missing for 2 days. If she's dead already, then she's surely dead, and one more night can't hurt. But
That's so grim.
yeah, he's like, but I tell you what, if you can even thin out the local slime population while you're there, there'll even be some coin in it for you and your party.
Damsel in distress, monsters to kill, reward promised at the end. My life is fantastic. Let's do this.
Like, excellent. Well, I will meet you at the Wrangler's Rest in the morning to see you off.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Let's get some sleep.
Oh, it sounds very dangerous.
All right. So you guys head to the Wrangler's Rest, the local tavern.
Is that the one to the southeast on the map?
The number 7.
It is the number 7. That is correct.
Yep. Cool.
As we wander over there, is this just a tavern built on top of a tree?
Yes. So all the main structures. Although this outpost was formed by a lot of humble folk rather than bird folk, but most of the main structures are built up in perches. Yes.
Okay. Alright, I guess we'll head on in.
Alright, so you head over, you climb the spiral staircase around the trunk of the tree to get up to the entrance. Yeah?
Josh, I just want to say, when we climb these spiral staircases up the trees,
Yeah.
Kashmir is facing the tree as close as he can to it, and just like sticking as far away from the edge as possible.
Yeah.
Well, and as
Terrified of heights.
And as Kashmir slowly creeps up, I know Leaf knows how scared Kashmir is of things, so I just like distract him. Like, oh my god, did you remember? Remember when I charged out of the bushes and I killed that guy? God, that was awesome. That was so much fun. Then remember when we dragged Eliza out from under the cart? She gave us the posters. That was so awesome. Oh,
Leaf,
remember that time?
Leaf. These aren't good memories to be distracting me with.
Okay, all right.
I'll happy. Like,
Think of something else. I'll think of something else. Ooh! Remember when those bats nearly killed us? Oh my god, that was.
Leaf. Oh, I'm just gonna curl up into a ball.
You're gonna roll down.
And then I roll him up the stairs.
Oh god. Roll. Make a strength check.
Fucking easy, mate.
That's a good one. Yeah. You even like gingerly grab him spine by spine and roll him up the stairs without injuring yourself, like you've done so many times before.
Not the first time I had to do this.
You finally make it up to the front door at the top of the perch. There's a classic swinging tavern sign with a net engraved on it, and it says "The Wrangler's Rest." You enter.
I wonder if it's called the Wrangler's Rest because like they wrangle slime here.
Oh.
That's probably what it is. I bet you that's what it's for. That's clever. I like that.
As you muse on this thought out loud as you walk through the door, you receive a reply from a booming voice from the other side of the room. an enormous pronghorn servant, the deer folk, but with a set of antlers, which marks him as a pronghorn. This enormous set of antlers, which is quite uncommon among their kind. He's wearing a very, very nice flannelette, sort of the classic sort of medieval garb shirt with the twine that, like, you know, ties it up the middle, but he's got it pulled tight like the scene kids that do the top button up. And it's sort of like it is like tight against his rippling muscles. He's like,
respect gains.
He's like, oh yeah, got it in one there, my long-haired friend. Come on in, have a drink, sit down.
Say can, do, and I shall.
As you do,
give us some carrot wine.
You approach the bar and you notice, like, he's got this bird's nest, like, embedded in one side of his antlers. and it's this little bird's nest. And he's like, can't say I'm familiar with the concept of carrot wine, my oddball friend, but how would you like a little bit of how about a few tankards of our homebrew made right here in the Wrangler's Rest?
That sounds lovely.
He's like,
yes.
All right then. Oh, you wouldn't be the adventurer staying for the night, living off the magistrate's coin, would you be?
Yes.
That would be us.
He's like, oh, fantastic! You're going out to find Kenna's corpse then?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, nothing. I'm sure she's fine. That girl's always getting into some sort of trouble. He's like, anyway, I'll get you your drinks. Turns around.
Sir, can I? Do you mind if I ask you a question?
He turns. He's like, oh yeah.
The room situation. What do you have for offer?
Well, it's prepaid for you guys, and looks like you're all sharing a room tonight, bunkmates.
Lovely.
Where is this bedroom?
It's just down the hall over there.
Up in the tree?
No, this level. He didn't fork out for the honeymoon suite, I'm afraid. Just last door down there on the left.
Is there a room on the ground floor?
I'm afraid not. Everything at the Wrangler's Rest up here in the perch.
Right.
Don't you like heights there, Basil?
Don't feel comfortable sleeping off the ground. I might find myself a burrow.
I understand. As a humble folk myself, I completely understand that, you know, some of these bird folk perches can be strange to us ground folk, especially if it's your first time up in one, but trust me, try the bed before you make any judgments.
Basil sighs and...
Come on, give it a go. Worst you can do is you get to sleep outside.
I'm fine with sleeping outside, but I feel safer in this strange place with you guys that I just barely know.
What do you mean? We killed a bandit together. It was great.
He kind of looks away sheepishly as he mentioned.
I am oblivious.
4 tankards of ale gets slapped down on the bar in front of you. Dun, 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 dun.
Beautiful.
He's like, drink up, boys. I'll have the food out for you real soon.
As he walks away, I want to say to Leaf, mate.
Yeah.
Did you see his brooch, mate?
What brooch?
He had a nest. Do you think he's part of the Pine Guard?
Pine Guard? What's the pine? This is new information.
No. It's a deliberate mispronunciation of Perch Guard.
Oh,
yes,
right.
Pine Guard.
Pine Guard. Well, mate, like I said, the idea is stuck in Leaf's head, so it's like, Pine Guard? I didn't know there was a Pine Guard. Maybe I can join the Pine Guard.
No. What's the one you always blabber on about?
Oh, Perch Guard?
Yes, that one.
Yeah. No, well, I don't know. Maybe?
He overhears the whole thing, and he's like, oh, no. Oh, he turns it back around. He's like, oh, no, my friends, this is just a little gimmick, you know? The bird folk get a kick out of it.
It is very good.
Every now and then we'll put an egg in it for a laugh, you know? The cook's got a bit of a sense of humor. You know, he'll slip it in, you know, he'll roll a little sleight of hand check, and there'll be an egg in my bird's nest. I'll bend over to pick up a tankard. It rolls onto the floor, cracks and ruins the stain on the floorboards again. Oh,
Kashmir is embarrassedly just gonna look away at the window and then realize he's terrified of heights and look back down and just start sipping the ale.
He's good. It's good, ain't it?
Is it good?
I don't know. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take a test, and then Leaf's got a what's it called? Like, doesn't matter what alcohol form it comes in. He just likes it. He just like start like, you know, that, ooh, this is good, and just starts drinking it more and more, faster and faster and faster, till like it basically skulls the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's good.
As a practiced brewer myself, does it taste good for me?
Yes, it does. It does.
Oh,
it's
beautiful.
fruity. He's like, you taste those peaches in there.
Yes,
Aha.
peaches is it?
Surprise! No actual peaches in it. It's a trick of the hops, the way it's brewed.
Quite unusual.
He's like, like I've been working on it for over 5 years. It's my personal recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, he brings out the food, and there's a lovely smorgasbord and everything you guys could, you know, for diets of all types are catered to.
I'll do the, you know the pretending it's nice but just being polite smile, the kind of grimace smile. I'll do that when I eat the food, and then to leave and whisper, "Mine's better though, ain't it?"
What? Better? What? What's better?
Oh, don't worry, you long-eared fool.
Okay. Tell you what though, your whatever this is better than
That's what I just said, mate.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yes, I can understand that. You
This
like
is really
food,
good though. Not as good as yours, but fucking good.
Yeah, yes, it's good. And
Alright.
I'll
Wow.
begrudgingly eat a lot of it because I'm very hungry, and it's pretty good.
All right, you guys eat up with full bellies. You retire to the room for the evening, and you guys can. Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry, Eliza's not with us, is she? She's
She does actually show up at some point in the evening and catches up with you at the bar.
Liza, remember that time we killed those bandits? So fucking cool.
Sorry about him. He's a little drunk.
He's like, ooh. She's like, oh, it's making me queasy just thinking about it.
No, don't start that because
there was so much blood.
Oh my!
The barkeep turns around. He's
Fuck,
like,
there is a kid.
all right, you've had enough, you two. Off to bed.
500 advantage with the 5. He's very drunk. Actually, I'll roll a Constitution save. Let's see how drunk he actually is.
Go for it. He's moderately drunk.
He's drunk. He's just a fool. He's a small country boy. He's not used to city drunkenness. No, we can just get drunk in the field and walk around until you sober up.
You guys can long rest.
Yes.
Basil can't.
Why's that?
He cannot sleep unless he's lying on a ground floor.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yep.
All right. So do you want to
That's
take?
Wait,
why
is
I
that-
wasn't felt comfortable.
Do you want
is
to
that
take
part
a?
of the grounded thief?
It's part of one of my background traits.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
background,
So do
description.
you want to take a point of fatigue, or do you want to sneak outside to sleep outside?
I think I will. I'll try and find like a little nook in the bottom of the like in the bottom of the tree, somewhere where I can just kind of curl up and
Okay.
on my bedroll.
All right.
I'll try and sneak out so nobody notices
so-
and try and sneak in the morning.
All right. Roll a stealth check with advantage because everyone's been drinking and. Oh, that's plenty.
Do you want me to do one in the morning as well, or just leave it as that?
It's up to you if you want to try and sneak back in the wee hours without getting seen.
You know what? In the wee hours, I might. If I've taken all my gear with me, so I'll just pretend to have gotten up early for breakfast.
Alright.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah, it goes unnoticed that you left the room.
Beautiful. How much HP do we gain as we sleep? Or
When you
as
long
we-
rest, you fully heal.
Oh my god, this is fantastic.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
get half-
yeah. No 1 hit point overnight hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you fully
Well-
heal and regain half of your hit dice.
Oh, what about hit dice?
Oh, really? I thought
Progress.
it was full health.
It is. You fully heal, but you only get half your hit dice back. I mean, that's rules as written. I
Okay.
just go.
no,
fully
thanks.
heal,
Like there
full
will be some details I'm not familiar with. So
Yeah,
Thank you.
just
Pathfinder
It's
GM.
like-
Delving into 5e here. Wilder Crane greets you to see you guys off in the morning, and he gives you the lay of the land, leading into the swamps and to get to the Mockden caverns.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna open up this map you gave us.
which were to the southwest. He
yeah,
said?
actually, we'll go back to the world map. Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
So if we head, it's
Whoa,
it's
tokens.
almost perfectly in line with
Yeah.
where Meadow.
So you
Meadow
guys,
in.
you guys are in the Winnowing Reach. So you're basically doubling back a little bit to get to the Mockden caverns down here.
Okay.
But he says that there is 2 ways you can take. So the quickest way, there is an unmapped road. So you can go straight there, which is quicker, but more dangerous. You could. He says that like it's unpaved. You know, it's not a paved road, but it's not a road. You're more likely to run into denizens of the swamp, therefore more certain death. But he says if you follow this uncharted road, it sort of goes south a bit and then hooks in. It will take longer, but less certain death.
How do I
Which
send a
way
whisper
did
to you?
the niece go?
He doesn't know.
DM, how do I whisper to you?
It's
Oh,
slash W.
And
On roll 20.
is there? Do
It's
you?
slash-
You should have a button at the bottom under the portraits that says "Whisper to GM." Do you not?
I don't have that, Josh.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have that, Josh, either.
He's weird. Hang on, let me try this. Try now. No?
No
No.
button.
Very bottom of the screen? No? Nothing?
Alright, okay. Slash HDM. Pesh.
You just
Oh,
dropped out.
you know what? If you go to
Right. You just write
Oh, wait, you just have to type in slash DM. Then it works.
but also if you go to there's a
Or
macro,
slash W.
the
Space DM.
second macro from the right at the top right of the screen. Second tab is a macro tab, and there should be one that says "Whisper to GM," and you can tick in bar.
Say that again, Josh.
In bar.
So
There you go.
second from the right tab at the top right is a collection
There you
tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
yeah.
tick that,
That-
you'll then have a button at the bottom that lets you whisper to me.
Okay, I've added that. Because I would like to take that.
I see what you're saying, but it is not wood territory. It is swamp.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hey, cutie. So
As we're about to leave, I'm gonna turn to Leaf and say, so we're definitely taking the established road, yes?
I wasn't paying attention. Whichever one's the most exciting.
It
Well,
would be
okay.
unwise to travel directly there. I think taking
Well,
the safer
yes,
road
we
would
can
be
go
much more
across-
wise.
Across the terrain, but apparently it's a bit more lawless. Or we could take the road, which maybe take a little bit longer, but
We should really just take the same road that she took, because that way she might be dead on the way.
we don't know which road she took. Is the only problem.
Right. Well,
I
New
think
plan.
I think the best route to take would probably be the quickest.
The
He is
quickest.
lying there and needing.
Oh, but I'm so scared of. What if we come across something mean like the bats again?
I keep telling you, aim for the eyes.
Twitch viewer
As a rule-
Paulina Fenton suggests you take the road less traveled.
Well, okay, if Paulina says we take the road less traveled, then perhaps we shall.
We will defend you. Don't worry.
Let us go, Catchman.
Okay, just.
Stand behind my shield, roll up into a ball, and try not to piss yourself again.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Let's do this. Come on.
The decision is made.
Yes.
Decision is made.
Alright. Alright, so it takes the better part of an hour before you reach the outskirts of the mock fields, aka the swamps. And as you get to the edge of the field, so you see, at first it seems like less of a swamp and more of a wetland. It's actually kind of nice. There's blue waters, reeds, lily pads. The air even seems less dry and arid here. It's like a nice morning breeze sort of blows over you. It's quite refreshing. But as you push in further, eventually these wetlands do give way to stagnant swamps. As you see that like several like nearby regional rivulets, creeks, and rivers sort of all filter their sort of offshoot into here, and it stagnates. And
Poop swamp.
eventually it becomes quite fetid. The stench starts to fill the air around you. And trigger, and let me just play a swampy ambience here.
Ooh.
And yeah, there we go. And eventually,
Lee.
eventually,
Was that you,
you
Lee?
No. Remember that time you made that casserole and everyone ended up in the infirmary?
Okay, that was one time, but like
Yeah,
the rest of the times it was okay.
I mean the gas from the thing. That's where you know it's me.
Yes, okay.
How dense is this swamp? Are we talking like
So at this point, you are either it sort of alternates or fluctuates between knee deep and wading in the muck.
Oh wow, so it's like quite muddy.
Gregory
Okay.
is not impressed at all. Let's keep soldiering on.
who was that talking? Because you're just very quiet.
Yeah, Bray.
Bray, I could hear you, Bray,
Awesome.
but you might be close.
What about now?
That's perfect. Sultry tone. All right, so
Okay.
going off everybody's passive perception here.
10.
Oh, I know what they are. I checked earlier. Everyone's 10 except someone is 13. I think it might be Gregory.
Definitely not me.
Oh, not you? It might
No.
be Basil then, actually. I think it's Basil. But anyway.
What's up with me?
Oh, your passive
really-
perception. I'm fairly sure it's 13.
Yes, it is.
Yep. But everybody, all of a sudden, you're wading through this muck, and you hear this sound that makes simultaneously all four of you sort of freeze up, and sort of turn behind you, and you hear a rattling and a slopping sound, and as these two skeletons rise up out of the muck with chunks of flesh and gore still hanging off them, and even what looks like traces of slime sort of slopped over the bones. The skeletons are bird folk in nature, and they
Oh my
start
God.
shambling towards you. Cue the battle music, please.
Bloody hell.
So these like sloppy, bony, skeletal bird folk.
Yes, that is correct. Alright, so once the map loads in, head up to the northwestern quadrant. Someone in the chat just quoted Shrek. What are you doing in my swamp?
If it is a shrimp-like monster, I am just throwing that out there, lads.
Are these bits of land, Josh, like solid ground compared to swamp? Is that what's
Compared,
happening?
they are, but when you're walking on them, you're still like ankle deep in muck.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not the
Would
same
be
as waiting.
considered difficult terrain.
All right, Kashmir is definitely standing on
So
it.
place yourselves over here.
Oh, west. Was it west?
I'll keep pinging it so you guys can see it.
I can't see any
can't see
pings.
pings.
You
Oh,
should see
yeah.
blue.
Oh, like
There?
this.
Yep, that's it.
Hold up.
Yep.
Uh,
Put yourselves in. So this occurred as you guys were you just left that island, and You guys started wading across when you heard this rattling from behind you. Put yourselves in whatever marching order you think is appropriate.
I presume I'd be first with the highest passive
Kashmir.
perception.
Definitely at the back.
And I'm gonna put some bad guys in. And select your tokens and roll for initiative, please. Oh, hang on, let me clear it. Let me clear it. Let me clear it. Let me clear it. Ah! All right, roll for initiative now.
Do I roll again?
If yours is worse, Kyle, I will adjust it. No, you can keep that. That's fine.
I'll keep that. Please and thank you.
Hey.
All right, everybody's rolled by descending. All right. No, not everyone has rolled. Who are we waiting for? Gregory and Kashmir have rolled. Basil. Did you have your token selected?
Leaf has not rolled. There it is.
Leafs is on. Did you have your token selected, Adam?
No, I did not. So
Yeah,
do
yeah.
not count that one because I want to do this properly. This will teach me. There we go. So
Okay.
I
It's
didn't
still
lose
alright.
much.
Yeah, I'll look close
Respectable.
enough.
Respectable. All right,
Thank you very much. Ooh,
Kashmir,
but I still beat.
you're up. Kashmir.
Go
Let's see. Mold Earth, Josh.
Yep.
Could I use the cantrip Mold Earth to mold a piece of terrain near me? Like this swampy terrain? Could I force a small patch of this swampy terrain?
I would say probably
Wait,
not in the direct bit around you where it's like way steep, but if you're up on one, I'll let you like patches of earth up on those
Well,
banks.
It's got a range of 30 feet, but
Yeah. I mean, if the earth banks are in range, you can do it up on there, but not out of the
this
swamp itself.
It's too watery.
Too
move.
mucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. I'm just gonna run away for now.
Now, are we treating all this water as difficult terrain? A half movement?
Well, it is difficult terrain when you're in the waist deep part. Yes, that's correct.
And we are in the waist deep part at the moment.
You are in the waist deep part at the moment. Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna use my burrow / movement / trying to swim through the terrain 15 feet to the east. Sorry.
All right. Cool.
And then I'll cast a frostbolt at one of them.
All right. Constitution save.
Yeah, the one that's closest to me.
17. So they resist
That
it. The coldness just washes over the bones, and they continue to shamble forwards. Leaf, you're up. Hiya! All right, that's a good hit. What do we got? 8 piercing damage. So your javelin sort of lodges in like the rib cage of the one. Also, you're muted, Ben. I don't know if you're talking or not.
Sorry, no, yeah, I said I cast javelin.
Whoa!
What is
The voice
happening
of
there?
God!
You're too busy apotheosing.
Sorry. My voice mod was on.
Your javelin embeds in the rib cage. You see it takes a chip out of some of the ribs and breaks a few. But as a piercing weapon, it does half damage to the skeleton, so you inflict 4 damage.
Okay.
Basil, you're up.
Basil is going to pull a arrow out of his quiver and fire it at the this skeleton over here. Now, I presume I'm not hidden, so that will be just a regular short O shot.
Okay. 18 a hit. It is a hit.
So 3
It's a good hit. Again, a piercing weapon, so 3 damage to the target. So the arrow just sort of like glances off it, splinters a bone, and continues on its flat path. Gregory, light feather.
So it's half move speed where I currently am, right?
It is, yep.
Yeah, alright. So I can move.
What about like these places? Oh, can I ping?
Yeah, hold left click to ping.
Ugh, it's not working.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
it.
there it
Yeah, the rock.
Is that difficult terrain? Just stand on?
No, it is not. So, that's just that space though is not.
I
so.
mean,
yeah.
no, I know, obviously it doesn't really.
So technically, if you wanted to hop from rock to rock, it's definitely a viable
Rock
thing.
hopper, Kashmir rock hopper, they call him.
Alright, Gregory's gonna run forwards, but seeing that he's not gonna be able to reach the skeletons in time, he's gonna chuck his Yakula
Okay.
at the leftmost one.
Oh, guidance of our dear, straight into the rib cage. It lodges in the skeleton, inflicts 2 piercing damage. All right. So left skeleton, after like sort of stumbling a little bit after copping your ukla, shambles forwards into combat range. Swings its sharp talons at you. 23 to hit. You take 6 piercing damage.
Poor.
It's rude.
The other one. This one is armed with a short sword. Shambles
Oh, dear.
forwards through the muck. Takes a shambly stab with its short sword at Leaf. 19 to hit. You take 7 piercing damage, Leaf.
Ouch.
Alright, Kashmir.
Kashmir sees this skeletal beast attack his best friend Leaf. Shouts, "No! You will not do that!" And is gonna run forward.
Yep.
And flank
Oh,
this
shit.
this skeletal thing, and angrily stab it with his little dagger. Well, at least attempt to.
Okay. Oh yeah!
Oh, no.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, Kashmir!
Oh, is that a big 3 damage crit?
Doesn't matter,
What
critted.
does that mean? This crit business. Oh, so the crit damage is 3 and the regular damage is 4.
Yeah, so
7
yeah, 4. So 7 and then half is 3. So
halved to 3. Yeah. Okay.
minus 3. Yeah, you come forwards and chip another bone off it in this wild like war cry. Like, yeah, Leaf.
Yeah, boy.
All right, Leaf, it's your turn.
I am going to strike at the creature with my 2 axes.
All right.
Here. Here.
The second one is a hit. And you get +2 as your strength bonus, correct?
Yes.
All right, so it's actually 2 damage, which is then halved to 1. So you managed to
There.
chip off one little splinter of bone off the skeletal bird folk.
That caused damage. It's working.
Basil,
Damage is damage.
top of the round. It's your top of the round was Kashmir, but Basil, it's your turn.
Adam,
You there, Basil?
Basil.
Basil? Adam?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Firing a arrow into melee combat in D&D. What's the go?
5e, there is no penalty.
No penalty. Yeah.
Bloody. I'm gonna be shouting to Gregory.
Although,
Gregory,
I will say, sorry, but if you roll a 1, there is a chance you'll hit an ally.
okay. I'll shout out, Gregory, heads up, and I'll fire another arrow. Don't think that hits. Though.
That does not hit, unfortunately, that one. That is a... yeah, needed a 12 to hit, so just missed. It sort of just flies through the ribcage and splooshes into the swamp. Gregory, it's your turn.
Oh, lucky.
All right, enough of this. I want Gregory just a big overhand, just swing with the with his warhammer.
Warhammer?
He's
Nice.
Had enough of this shit.
Roll the hit.
Didn't do well against the bats.
Go on,
Alright.
Gregory.
Big hits, big hits.
Roll.
Hoya!
Oh, nice.
Alright, so you have your shield out?
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 bludgeoning damage, and the skeleton takes double damage. It's vulnerable to bludgeoning. So
Oh,
you do
shit.
20 damage. You,
Nice.
You just bring this. You're just like, I've had enough. Bring the hammer down. Collides with the skeleton. It explodes into a separate anatomy of bones. Splashes into the swamp.
Oh, Gregory! That's amazing!
I knew.
Bloody magical shit. What was that?
The birdfolk skeleton remaining takes another short sword swing at Leaf. Oh, my friend, 19 to hit. You take 8 piercing damage.
Oof.
And that's I'm unconscious.
You are unconscious.
Damn.
So in 5e, you just go to 0. You know,
Okay.
there's no negative. And you are unconscious. Alright, top of the round, Kashmir, it's your turn. Leaf has fallen face first into the muck.
That is my friend. I'm gonna just step slightly. I'm not gonna move my token, but I'm just gonna kind of step around towards the front of where Leaf is.
Yeah.
And raise my tiny little dagger in anger and slash at this creature which is larger than me.
Alright.
With my...
Oh, 1.
Oh dear.
Your dagger, you fumble it and drop it into the mark.
Shit.
Roll on the wild magic table.
Oh shit. Okay.
Roll a d20. Roll a d20.
Okay.
Don't actually roll on the
shit.
table. Yeah. Roll a d20.
All right. That's okay.
Alright, nothing. No one gets hurt. Alright,
Sorry, what?
If I roll a 1,
if he rolls
If I
a
roll-
1, yeah. If he
I
rolls
know,
a
I know,
1,
I know.
some
Yeah.
fantastic things can happen.
Woo!
Leaf,
But is there
roll.
anyone who uses magic?
It's at my discretion. It's when he casts a spell, but I'm gonna do it whenever it's flavorful. So.
Ooh, I like that. And I don't like that at the same time.
Leaf, you need to roll a save against death.
Now, what happens
Yes.
if he's underwater?
I'm
A
drowning.
good point. I will address that
Yo.
when I.
you can hold your breath for minute times Constitution +1.
Yeah.
Really?
Alright, so 16.
Wait, I thought it was rounds equal to your con modifier, or is that?
No, it's
Way off.
minutes.
Okay.
But that's holding your breath. You're unconscious. Like how?
Yeah,
Right.
honestly, I'm not sure.
That's alright. We'll
Sorry,
see.
how do
we'll
I
see how-
death save?
Oh, so you roll just a
there it is.
straight d20. Yeah. Oh, you failed your first death save.
Drowning.
Yeah. How far?
Oh
Can,
no.
Someone asking a question?
how far? Yeah. How far can you move through difficult terrain?
Half.
Half speed.
Oh, God damn it. Now.
You can still throw daggers.
Oh no,
Well,
I
you've
can.
got short swords, don't you? Yeah.
Would that affect my ability, which is standing leap?
No. If you are leaping, you can. If you make a good leap, you can definitely bypass the difficult terrain.
Okay, I have a standing leap. My base long jump is 30 feet.
What?
So Basil
Yeah.
is gonna see
Yeah.
his friends in
That's
trouble.
amazing.
Yeah. The Gerbine don't have many abilities, but they have a good one. So
That's
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
So he's still got his.
still roll an acrobatics check for it though.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. It's +3.
There's a check involved.
Oh,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
as I jump, I pull my short sword out with my right hand, still holding my short bow in my left hand, and come down and cut down on this creature.
Nice.
Feel free to give me any yummy bonuses, and because I am flanking with someone, I do get
Sneak
my
attack.
sneak
That is correct. Is there any
Yeah,
charge
boy.
bonuses in 5e, Kyle?
No.
Nah. Okay. Yeah. Just straight up. Just roll a hit. But yeah, if you hit, you got your sneak attack damage.
Boom.
Oh, unfortunately, it's a miss.
Oh no.
But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's very aesthetically pleasing, him jumping over there. Big splash. Maybe
It
the
looked cool.
splash of the water made me hit the rock
That
instead
is cool.
of...
I actually want to give you an inspiration point because I really liked the flavor of the attack.
Oh, bloody... What's that?
You can roll again.
So on your D&D Beyond
Oh, it's
thing,
kind of like I can give myself advantage on a roll?
Yeah. So you can use it right
Okay.
now if you want, or you can save it for later.
I'll save it till I need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, Gregory, it's your turn.
All right, Gregory, seeing Leaf, the aspiring young. What is it? What's the organization called?
Perch
Yeah,
guard.
Perch guard.
Perch guard. That's it. Aspiring young Perch guard. Go down. He doesn't want to see him go drown in the swamp, so he's gonna move over to him. And I would like to administer a health potion.
Okay. Very good. Yep. Standard action. Oh, sorry, action. Yep. So roll 2d4 plus 2.
Can I click this? Oh, sorry, the first one.
Yeah, first
I
one.
guess.
So you regain 6 health, Leaf,
Excellent.
and you are conscious again. You inhale a big mouthful of muck.
Really hits you
Cough, cough.
heavily, helpfully on the back.
That's some good shit. What?
Tight.
Tight, tight.
All right.
Got a cough to get off.
The birdfolk skeleton takes a short sword swing at Basil. You duck underneath it, Basil. Was not fast enough. Cashmere,
Continues on
it
to
is your
leave.
turn.
No! Get away! I'm gonna try and tackle this thing to the ground,
Ooh.
like underneath the swamp.
Roll an athletics check.
Athletics
Oh,
check.
no.
I will do that.
Oh,
15.
he's got +1.
You won the opposed athletics check, so yeah, you just this skeleton wasn't looking too good anyway. It's had like the crap kicked out already. You tackle what's left of it like down into the swamp. Do you want to give it so you've knocked it prone? Do you want to grapple it, or are you just sort of like tackling it?
I just want to, as best I can, hold it underneath the like just hold it away from my friends, and
Okay.
as I do it, realize that this thing is fucking terrifying, and then leave it alone a little bit.
Okay. Leaf, it's your turn. So standing up in 5e is just costs half of your movement.
Okay, then I stand up and I hit it again with my axe as if nothing has changed.
Alright, sweet, yeah. I'll let you just sort of grab your axes on the way up with the rest of your movement. 2
Yeah.
hits,
Oh, shit.
1 damage each hit. Which is a bummer.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're just having a hard time as Kashmir's on top of it. You're trying not to hit Kashmir. Both of them are flailing around in the muck, and you just see like the skull emerge for one little bit, and just like sink your axes into it and take 2 splinters out of it.
It's like whack-a-mole.
But it's not looking good now. It's like lost an arm. It's being pinned down. It's thrashing around. Just like this one sword arm is like sticking out of the water, just flailing around wildly. Basil, it's your turn.
Basil's going to try and get a stab in there at the same time.
All right. If you shift 1 space north, you can have advantage on the attack. I will let you know.
Oh, is that when I'm opposite?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing that, are we, Josh?
Yeah. I like that
Awesome.
little homebrew.
Cool.
Okay. Do that, and then I'll roll again, just in case it's a critical. Yeah, I mean, that first one
Remember,
hits,
as
and
It
awesome.
was the rule back in 4th edition.
What we got? 5 plus sneak attack damage, 9 damage. It's enough. You sort of like take a sneaky step north, and just this little calculated stab down into the skeleton. It penetrates the skull, and you feel a little bit of a squish, and then see a little bit of rotting brain ooze out into the muck as well, and it stops moving.
He pulls back his blade and just kind of looks at the guck at the end of his blade and kind of like splashes his splashes his sword in the water to just kind of get rid of it.
Lovely strike, dear Jabin. Beautiful.
Another
I'm
glorious victory.
Cash is gonna keep
God, I'm hurt.
stabbing this thing in the eye socket and say, as he stabs it, "Don't you attack my friends!"
It's okay, Kashmir. It's okay.
Yeah, don't blunt your
Pull him-
blade on it.
Pull
It's
him
dead.
off, yeah.
Okay.
Clean the knife off.
You did well, Kashmir.
Seriously,
know
why
that
am
you
I
have-
hurting so much? Oh god.
You did well, Kashmir. I know you don't have the confidence in these battles, but we couldn't have
Thank you,
done this
Basil.
without you.
I just don't like it seeing hurt my friends. I don't like it. Okay.
That's fair enough.
Okay, so
Okay.
you guys sort of compose yourselves. What did you take? Did you take damage, Gregory?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Don't recall. All right. Sweet. So with Basil's passive perception, he sort of looks further down to the southwest, and if you scroll down there, points out to you guys that he spots what is clearly 2 sort of blue tinged slimes just sort of meandering about in the muck in front of a clear cave mouth, which you assume is the entrance to the caverns.
Basil kind of clicks in the air, goes, "Lads, over there." Points
What is
towards
it,
the
Basil?
southwest. Can you,
Roger,
can you
roger.
see what I believe is an ichor? Can I do a check to see if I can recognize it as an ichor? Or
Roll a
Or is it-
nature check.
Jesus, -1. Give it a go. 11.
An 11. All right, so yeah, you recognize it as a slime, even if you've never seen one before. I mean, you know the stories of them, and you clearly recognize it as one. But you can't glean any additional information about them. You're not educated about them. You just know what they are, and you know that is what they are.
Do I sense if they've noticed us?
They don't seem
In
to.
any way?
They just seem to be meandering about, milling
Okay.
around.
He's going to very slowly sheath his short sword. And he kind of looks at the others and puts up a finger to his mouth.
Yeah.
He says, "Collect yourself. You might be able to get them by surprise."
Gotta be quiet. Sorry.
All right, leaf. I'm gonna grab hold of Leaf just to hold on to him.
Hey, Josh and / Basil, from what we know and have heard of these slimes,
Yep.
are they like intelligent creatures?
You can roll a nature check if you want.
Yeah, Basil would have no idea. He's just going out on a limb
Gregory
of what
know?
he saw in town.
Has Gregory fought these slimes before, Josh?
You have not, but again, yeah, you can also make a nature check if you wish to glean it, see if you can glean anything you may have learnt about them in the past. I mean, you guys live fairly close to these swamps, so. Oh yeah, Leaf's it. All right.
I know.
So Leaf
know
has
exactly
spent
what they are.
Leaf has spent many a night talking turkey in the Happy Hedge with many slime wranglers passing through Meadowfen. He sort of pauses for a second, scratches his head. Most of these recollections are through the haze of drunkenness.
Yeah.
But he's fairly sure he recalls this slime wrangler bragging about the week's haul, how many slimes he had brought in, and bragging that the secret to catching a slime off guard is that they can't actually see. They have no sense of sight. They have a sixth sense that detects living things, and he that they are.
It's like, this is one of the enemies that you can't aim for the eyes. I knew that from somewhere.
And that basically outside a kill range of roughly 60 feet, they can't actually sense living things. Like, they can only sense living things within 60 feet of them.
Do you feel this in? Fill us in, obviously, Leaf.
Yes. So this is every. It's what's it called? That's everything I know. As long as we stay about 60 feet away from them, they won't detect us. But I'm just trying to remember if I know how to wrangle them.
Actually, since you rolled a nat 20, I'll also divulge that the trader, the wrangler also told you about like how they're tricky little blighters. Even if you get the jump on them, they're so like sticky and amorphous that they can just snatch the net or the catching tool straight out of the hands of the wrangler if they're not careful.
Yeah, they're tricksy bastards.
60 feet. So if we stay... Maybe we stay on this island and let them come to us. I can start us off with the volley to get their attention.
Get their
and I'm sure
attention.
these things
Are they
slow.
dangerous though? Like, can we maybe? Like...
Oh yeah. Slime wrangling is a live or die business.
Okay. These aren't teddy bears.
No.
Right. Well, I'm on half health.
Specifically, these are sticky slimes too. Is that what they're called?
That's
Sticky slimes.
sticky slimes.
What if we just like ignore them? Wait
Well,
till they go away.
There appears to be a cave in. If they're that close, and as dangerous as Leaf says, they'll probably come after us anyway. Might be an option to try and take them from afar. They don't look like fast creatures.
Well, if you want to take them from afar, I can use some ice.
Yeah, Basil turns towards Kashmir. He pulls an arrow out of his quiver and locks it in.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I've seen you use your magic. Your magic will be a lot more effective than what I believe I can do here. This is situations that Kashmir. This is yours.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure. Are you sure? Are you sure, Basil?
Basil gives you like a soft smile. Like I believe in you. I believe you have
Okay,
this.
Well,
And Basil turns back to look at the what is it, the slimes, and kind of takes a deep breath of his own, just to bring up his courage. Gonna move back onto the island, possibly over here, just to get kind of like a position where he can hide easily. Is that possible?
Yeah, so like these boulders and stuff, if one looks roughly the same size as your token, then you can make a stealth check to hide behind it. Yep.
So what? I'm gonna hide in this tree here, and I'll give myself a sneak check. 10.
All right, 10.
3 is not okay.
How is everyone else looking for ranged weapons?
I have javelins.
How far
I
can you
do
throw
not.
jabs?
Sorry.
How far can you throw them?
The range of a
20
javelin
feet,
is
I believe.
32. It says 30/120.
So if you're throwing it, the maximum range is 120. If you're throwing it beyond 30, you have disadvantage on it. So you roll 2d20s and take the lowest result.
So you could probably
Right, I
wait
see.
until they hold your action until they become in range, and then maybe throw it. Because I
Yes,
feel like
I will wait.
we've got the time and the space to, hide and out of game, but technical speaking, if I can stay hidden enough, I get a 1d6 with every hit I get if I'm hidden.
As long as they don't see you, they expose their weak spots to you. And you know where to
Mhm.
where to shoot them.
Exactly, and hopefully that +7 to my stealth will bring me through.
All right, cool.
Hopefully.
All right, so who's
That's
gonna?
But
Are you ready? I mean, are we attacking these poor little things? I mean, they don't look too harmful.
You see one of them. You see across the distance, one of them's like this bird like lands on a rock next to it. So it's like this little like sparrow, and the slime just sort of thrusts itself at it, lands on top of it, and engulfs it in this like cloud of
Oh
feathers.
my god! Oh my goodness! Basil,
was this a
ignore what I just said, Basil.
Come on, let's kill it.
now when you say a crow, we're talking about like an anthropomorphic?
No, a sparrow.
Crow.
A sparrow. No.
Okay, a sparrow.
A
Okay.
normal sized fist
we
sized
discussed this
sparrow.
before.
Yeah, we were talking about this, but no, it is
Like,
a
it's
normal, non-sentient, small sparrow.
Not in a business suit flying around with a suitcase, like ready for his first job interview ever.
No.
Okay.
I said to meet the cave. I don't see. He's like, hi. Anyway. Yes. This is. Come on. Time's a wasting.
All right. Well, I will fire my bow now. Giving everyone a heads up, Baden just sent a message saying that he blue screen.
He saw it.
Wait, come again?
Okay.
Bright blue screen, so he'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Oh, bastard's got an SSD if it's going to be 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Pretty sure he does.
Now, do I get advantage on this roll, or?
If you are hidden, then yes. But you don't know if you're hidden or not. So.
Ooh, okay. Well,
But I
roll
will
it
tell you.
once.
Oh, well, since you have to roll it, I will tell you you are hidden, and you get advantage.
Okay.
8's not gonna do it. Oh no!
Oh, rough. And is it within 80 feet? Did you check?
It's within 80 feet, yes.
It's on the money on 80.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, if
Oh,
it's not, then I'll move a bit closer then.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
I'll be here
85.
then instead.
All right. Sweet. Yep.
You can probably move there.
It is. Both are misses, unfortunately.
Shit.
As long as you're though, hang on.
Need me to roll a second sneak?
The two arrows whiz over their heads and like sploop in the swamp, but they don't react to it at all. One of them, one of them sort of dives on the splashing of the arrows, but that's it. That's the only reaction.
Okay. I'll go again if nothing else is gonna happen.
Okay.
Basil.
Yeah.
Basil. Do you want me to try?
Yes. Go for it.
Oh, I don't know if I can, but Okay, I'll do my best. I'm gonna try and throw a frostbolt at them.
Okay, from next to Basil. Or?
Yeah, I'll move over to where Basil is and throw a
Okay.
frostbolt.
All right. Constitution save.
Yep.
A 14.
That succeeds. Yes.
The save succeeds, yeah.
Yep, it's a
Okay.
13 to save.
Cool. Yeah, your bolt sort of like washes over it, and you see it quiver on the spot and sort of like frantically start moving around.
Shit.
But
It's okay. It's okay.
it still does nothing. You're outside its blind sight, so it's alert and alarmed, but doesn't know where it's getting attacked from.
Basil will try once again.
Man, this is some cheese.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
no, go for it.
Wait,
Yeah,
advantage.
no, go. I would totally do it too.
Ooh.
All right, the second one is a hit.
Okay.
You inflict 10 damage.
10 piercing. Well, 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage.
Is the sneak attack considered the same as the initial attack bonus?
You only.
The sneak attack is extra damage on top of it.
Okay, so it would be
Yeah.
2. Like if it
It's
had
four
against-
piercing and then 6 sneak attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it was against the skeletons, for instance, it'd be 2 piercing but 6 sneak attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
2 piercing and 6 piercing from sneak. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. Okay, because I was just trying to make sense of like what that does to my attack. Anyway, I hit it for 8. 10. Jesus.
Okay.
And I turn to Kashmir and I'm just like, just like that. Just breathe through it and aim.
Okay. Should I try? Does it look like it knows where we are yet, Josh?
It takes this hit, and he hits it dead center. This arrow like embeds in it, and you see it pierces like its sort of outer membrane. It sort of like starts quivering. You even hear a noise come out of it. It's like it leaks all this goo out of the wound, and then starts frantically, actively moving around, searching for the source of this pain. It wanders just inside of its blind sight range of you two, detects you, and begins to move in your direction. So everybody select tokens and roll for initiative. Oh my god.
Oh no, Josh! What have you done?
Some solid rolls there.
Oh, that's terrible. Meanwhile, in
Ooh, I
Kashmir
just found.
land-
Sorry guys, I
Did you
just found a very cool sound. It's called Slime Roar. Are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm turning it all the way up.
Good.
Ugh.
Oh.
Gross.
Okay, let's turn that one off.
And, cue,
no, I moved.
cue the battle music.
Yep, battle music is coming on.
And I will just have Bray act on not the lowest initiative because his slime's got really low. He'll act just before them.
Bray's hit,
here.
by the way.
I'm here.
Oh, he's
Hello?
here. Oh, okay. Hey.
Okay.
Sweet.
There you go. Sorry, 14.
Cool. And in order. All right. Leaf. So you've seen these two slimes are mobilized. So one came in range, started moving. The other one detected the other one move in a aggressive fashion and started moving in the same direction. Leaf, you've seen this happen. What do you do?
Is this high ground or is it like? Because I assume the dark green is waist deep. Is this like?
It is higher, but I wouldn't give like high ground advantage for it.
No, not high ground, but just like I'm not ain't waist deep in water there.
It is not waist deep, Mark. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to move to there and then wait.
Okay.
Ready a javelin.
Ready a javelin?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Kashmir, it is your turn.
Kashmir is frantically going to throw a frostbite at them. Do you mind if I give you advantage on this roll, Josh?
Give me advantage on it.
Why don't you just give yourself disadvantage? Oh wait, no, that's
Well,
right
because they have to make a
got
con save.
Yep.
Can I give you advantage on it because it's just a wild throw that, like, because I saw these things starting to move towards me, and Cash was like, "Oh fuck, these things are attacking us now. It's no longer practice, and it's just a wild attack."
I guess if you want. I mean.
Yeah, I
don't
want
think
to
it's
give you
necessary.
advantage
Okay.
on the save.
All right. Yes, it got a 3 and then a 16, unfortunately.
Okay,
That
that's right.
misses.
It's just a wild shot into the fucking brush.
Alright, but roll d20.
Oh shit. Okay. 16.
16. Alright, we're good. Gregory Lightfeather.
Yes, of course. So we can see these slimes moving in, wanting some action, right?
Yep.
Alright, I would like to move here. And then can I just move past them, these guys to there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
And just doing it ready myself for the
For the oncoming.
onslaught, yeah.
Alright, Basil, you're up.
Basil pulls another arrow from his quiver, not taking his eyes off the target, pulls back the string, and just says, "Breathe, Kashmir."
Okay. No advantage in
do
this one
fine.
because they detect you with
Relax.
you can't hide from their
That's
blind
what's gonna
sight.
ask.
Yeah.
The arrow
That
bounces off like one of the
just
rocks.
misses, unfortunately. Yeah, it just nicks
That's
off the
fine.
rock in front of it. Looks like it was going to be dead on, hits the rock and goes ting.
Ding. And yeah, he looks at Kashmir and Kashmir and goes, "Breathe."
All right. So this slime here, it sort of like wriggles on the spot and then thrusts itself through the air in like a slingshotting fashion. Lands there. Then uses its bonus action to dash. Slingshots itself again, right up into combat range with Gregory and Basil. The other slime does the same thing. Slingshots itself once, tumbles into the muck. Slingshots itself again, lands in combat range with Gregory. And then
I'm going down here.
it is Leaf's turn.
Can I-
Top it around.
All right, I'll drop the javelin and I'll leap into
Oh,
the
sorry. Yeah,
water with
make.
my great-
That's my mistake. Make a javelin at the first one, or if you want.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to say, if they get into combat, do I not get to make my javelin? Or
Yeah.
is it-
So we'll say you're taking this javelin strike as it's leaping through the air towards them.
First one. Or the
Oh,
second
it's a
one?
good hit too. 4 damage as well. Yeah. So that first one that leaped on its second leap, you like Deadeye take aim, hurl this javelin with just force, and it pierces the membrane, and there's just a splash of goo midair, and just this pile of
Nice.
slime lands in the swamp halfway there, and it expires. And it just makes like this weird little noise, like.
Oh my god.
Poor thing.
And then top of the round there, so it's your turn, Leaf. Yeah.
All right, so then I move to here, grab my greatsword, and swing at it.
Roll the hit.
Wow.
That is a hit and a big 11 damage. You just cleave it like almost in half.
Pop it like a blue bottle.
But I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's good. Yeah, your sword just passes clean through it.
Yeah.
Passes
that much.
clean through it.
It looks bad. Like you took a big chunk of it. It's just like oozing loose blue slime into the swamp, and it's like pooling on top like oil and like dispersing. Kashmir, it's your turn.
Kashmir's gonna fire a frost bolt at them, the slime. Move across to this high ground rock.
Okay. It takes a con save.
13.
I rolled a 9.
Oof.
So that's 4 damage.
4 damage. Yeah, the frost like washes over it, and like the part that's left, the membrane that's left, like spewing goo, just all of a sudden freezes, and it just kind of like slowly sinks beneath the surface of the muck.
I'm gonna fire another frost blast at it and try and freeze the top of the surface, and then curl up into a ball because I'm scared.
Cool. Cool. Combat over. The coast looks clear.
I just want to investigate the remains of the sludge.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, do these creatures look natural or somehow like magically or necromantically enhanced, or
Roll a nature check.
Basil will move over to Kashmir. See if he's alright.
From what you could tell, there's nothing arcane or magical about them. They just seem to be natural occurring life forms. They're just peculiar.
Okay. Oh, Basil. Thank God.
You did it. You did it.
I thought
killed it.
we could just take them out from afar, and then they got so close, and then
But
They-
did you
Then
see,
we
did you see
popped them like balloons.
and then they attacked us, and then
Basil puts his hand on Casimir's shoulder gently, as to avoid the spines, and says, "Did you see how Leaf protected you as he jumped over?
yes, I'm so
you
glad
see-
Leaf is here.
Did you see when you saw that, and you saw the other one attacking your friend? You moved in such a way to get a shot off at him without even thinking.
What?
You moved on top
What?
of the rock. You climbed up there so you could get a clean shot with your spell.
I suppose I did.
And look, I'm not going to lie to you. When we get involved in these kind of combats, I'm nervous myself. But I know that it's either me or them.
It's so hard to sometimes.
It is. You got to remember, if you do nothing, we are only at 3/4 of our strength. You have to make sure that you help us in these ways, otherwise we can fall. You've seen what's happened, like you've fallen in battle. Leaf has fallen in battle. We need to make sure that we are strong together.
I suppose I never really thought about it like that, but
And you
The
are
best
strong.
warrior, it's the best team that wins.
Exactly. We are strong together. We are strong as a unit. You saw what you could do. Like, we are going to be on the front line. We need you helping us from behind. And I will protect you as best I can, and if you are ever caught in combat, I will come over and help. You have to trust in your own ability and trust in your own strength.
thank you, Basil. I promised you I will try to. I will do better. I promise.
You're doing fine as it is. You just need confidence in yourself.
Okay, I promise. I next time we get in a scrap, I will do my best. I promise.
You're
Basil
doing
just
great, buddy.
nods. Basil just nods at him and starts walking, like puts his sword in his sheath and starts walking towards this cave.
Awesome.
I'm gonna follow Basil because Basil is my new hero.
I am going to collect my javelins and then start like doing that like awkward run thing where you're trying to get your legs above the water.
As you're running into the surf. Last one in the cave's a rotten egg.
Roll a perception check to see if you can reclaim the javelin that you wildly threw with your reaction.
Yeah, I'm completely out of the bandits' arrows now. I'm back onto my own supply.
Okay.
Firing on my own supply. Basically,
Unfortunately,
Basil...
it's easy enough to find the spot where the slime fell because the blue is sort of floating on top like a separate layer. But you dig around in the muck and you just can't for the life of you find your javelin.
Damn. Alright, I'm gonna quickly bound over and try and find the other javelin that I dropped to the skeleton.
That one you find. That one's easy enough.
Okay, that one I found. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, well, never mind then.
When Leaf makes his way back to us, I'm gonna prestidigitation his paws clean.
Thanks, buddy.
And then jumps in the water,
You're welcome.
instantly soaking them again.
Yep.
Every time anytime Leaf touches anything dirty, I'm just gonna try and clean. Prestidigitation.
All right.
Yeah, Basil's
so-
just trying to make sure that Kashmir's feeling safe and perfect. It's a little bit into the backstory of what he's thinking. It's like he knows that these guys may have noticed something before, and he's just... part of him's just trying to show that he is a kind and gentle person.
Yep.
And he's also worried about weak links.
Mainly
is-
the second one.
Weak links.
All right.
Leaf is just having fun. This is the
High
Best.
adventure.
this is high. This is literally the time of my life. I am having a blast.
All right. So you guys stand at the mouth of this cave now. You actually find traces of research material, like at the tools and packs and assorted papers, even like at the mouth of the cave, confirming that it surely must be the entrance to the cabins. The air that wafts out of it is even danker than out here in the swamp itself. So you'll look at each
In a good
other,
way.
inhale deeply, steel yourselves, and prepare to enter. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight, guys.
Hey!
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Guys. Thanks, guys. That was
I had
awesome.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That
Oh,
was fucking
man.
sick. That was good fun.
Woo!
All right.
Oh, man.